Welcome back, everybody. This is the Told Games Foundry, and we're playing through the Blackwood chapter of Elder Scrolls Online. It's been quite a fun journey so far. We have a character by the name of Maria Stuarda, who we've been enjoying quite a bit. We've done a lot of things in the story thus far. Just really kind of scratching the surface, though, of the main plot thread that's occurring here in Blackwood. We played through the prologue some to get some backstory on what's going on. It seems that there is a cult devoted to Mehrunes Dagon, trying to make yet another conquering of Tamriel. Not going well, or not, still getting underway. He hasn't done too much. Let's see. There has been some implication that Mehrunes Dagon, the cult for Mehrunes Dagon, is somehow connected with with the line of emperors known as the Longhouse Emperors, the most recent of which was Leovic, murdered by Varen, the would-be Emperor Varen, whom they call the traitor Varen in this narrative. Let's see. In the death of the Emperor Leovic, all of Cyrodiil fell apart, but meanwhile, with that Emperor line dead, a war has sprung up as well, and there is now a mysterious... This Mehrunes Dagon cult is trying to kill off certain members of certain council members of the former empire, who, for one reason or another, mostly wound up in this independent city-state of Leowyn and the surrounding area of Blackwood. So, I think that's enough background, really. Let's go on into the game itself. Here we have our hero, Maria Stuarda. She is an Argonian. She is one of the various queens of England, I suppose. Maria Stuarda. Maybe Scotland. Mary, Queen of Scots. Well, anyway, there's a Donizetti opera about her. I am joined by Miri Elendis, who is my NPC companion. Currently wielding a staff of lightning because I don't really have much else for her at the moment. Yeah, no items to show. So, I am also joined by, I should point this out, I'm also joined by Moses, who you can see is just down there looking ever so cute. Looks like he's going to settle in for the day, take a nap as we stream. So just know, I have a kitten in my lap while doing this stream. I just thought you had to know. Back into the game. Alright, Maria Stuarda, and all of my inventory. That's lovely. Last we were working on a few quests out of a smaller city called Gideon, with a mixture of imperial architecture and the ruins of an ancient Aelid civilization. We've been sent on a few different murder quests. The initial one wasn't a supposed attempted murder on the council member here in Gideon. Turns out that may or may not have actually been the case. The council member insists that a assassin was sent after him, but instead we found the assassin in the prison. He got away, but in the meantime he told us that he wasn't there to kill the council member. And the council member's probably lying about this whole thing. Second murder plot was an old one from some ghosts, a romance story where somebody fell in love with another somebody they weren't supposed to fall in love with, a red guard with a, I don't know, a human, no, I mean a imperial noble of some sort. Somebody told the red guard ancient story, apparently. Somebody told the red guard he was going to marry somebody else. She decided she would kill this person that she loved instead. And then we find out, no, he actually was going to propose to her. Well, anyway, that brings us to this castle area here that we've gone into. In addition to that, there was a third murder plot, which we've done a little bit with so far. And also, that happened way in the past, involving a high priestess of Dibella, the god Dibella, the one of sensuous love and art. Let's see, so there was that. This prophetess apparently was on a journey to Leowin, the nearby city, and was never found. A novelite, a servant basically, that was with her on the journey. A servant was with her and got blamed for it, and now 2 generations later, the Dibellites still blame this same family for their missing prophetess. So those were the 3 murder plots. We're investigating the second one presently. This is Castle Gioves, or Joves, connected to a Red Guard family. This, I think, a Red Guard family. They may be mixing things up here a little bit. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. Looks like we want to go into this church area. Some fine architecture. This might be more... I wonder if this is more of a Zenitharan
well, here we
architecture.
are, and not a scrap of golden armor in sight. Let's have a look around.
Yeah, the golden armor belonged to the male counterpart of this love story. Yzara, this red guard here, it was her grandmother that was involved with the Imperial. So we're looking for stuff. High Priest, son of the duchy, Joves, cruelly murdered by a spurned lover. Yes. Fled back to the desert sands. She was a red guard. Mathan, greatly mourned. Like his father, liked by all in Gioves beyond. His mother was more controlling. Duchess Estella is less... So, my guess is the mother told... what was it? Azira or something like that? Told the lover that he was going to marry somebody else. Boy, this mother was into a lot of stuff, apparently.
Well, here we are, and not a scrap of golden armor in sight. Let's have a look around.
Okay. Oh. The mother may have been the one doing the cursing.
What's that you've got there? A magical incantation. The handwriting is different from Alizinda's journal. That means she can't be responsible for the curse. I knew my ancestor wasn't a sorceress. A murderer? Maybe, but not a sorceress. Of course, yes, and more importantly, why? The person who cast the spell clearly had an axe to grind. Maybe
It was the mother. Goodness. We can piece it together. Alright, let's see it happen.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you caring for my boy?
Oh, right, we had talked to her earlier in Gideon itself. She was the one who sent us on this quest.
Did you find my dear Mathin? Can't I trust you to locate a simple cottage? How is that possible?
Yeah, you did
It had
it.
to be Alizinda. When Mathin died, the Duchy's light died with him. That Redguard wench cast us into darkness. If I could just have brought him back, I could have... Yes!
Yeah.
Harkay, forgive me. I wept over his body in this very chapel for 3 days without sleep or nourishment. I cast the spell over his armor and sword, but it went awry. I wrote everything
Whoops.
down. You can find my notes in my private study beneath the eastern wall. If you find his helm, breastplate, and shield too, you might be able to set things...
necromancy? How could she?
You!
Easy.
Oh, I see you well enough, Redguard. You think I don't notice the family resemblance? You stay away from my boy!
Right.
Tava's feathers. Bit touchy, isn't she?
Okay, so we need to find her notes. I thought we had just found some notes, but apparently that was just a spell.
Private study. Carefully.
She just had that laying on the table for years and years. Okay, private study. Would that be the only standing building in the rest of the castle? Oh, maybe not. Oh, let's take a look at that tower. Tavia's tower. I'll stick my nose in there in a bit if the quest doesn't take me there. Here we go.
His own mother toying with dark magic in this very room. What a plot twist.
She's into romance novels, by the way. Find some notes. Here we go. Open up backpacks and desks because you get things like honey brew tea out of it. Okay, here's some notes. Bury armor pieces under Heartsbane, whatever that is. And the caravan answered, that's going to be a problem.
You found Duchess Estella's notes that quickly? Thank Rooped Guy can rely on your eyes. Can barely see a thing in this place. What do they say? Really? Oh, I think I spotted some on the way across the castle grounds. I knew that herbalism workshop would come in handy someday. I saw a clump of Heartsbane on the way here. Come on!
Okay.
This way, I think.
Her voice is actually kind of familiar now that I think about
That's
it.
Heartsbane, right?
Oh, inside the castle wall, apparently.
This way, I think. There! That's Heartsbane, right? You found his helm? We're off to a great start. Unless... Sorry. I feel like we've assembled most of... Well, Duchess Estella got them into the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
She cast the ugly spell that cursed poor Mathin. And now we're... Maybe not. She wasn't a professional necromancer. Maybe she missed something too. Remember what Mathin told us? Certain objects take hold of only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use the lantern again. I'm still carrying the ring. If he followed us here...
Alright, sure.
Lady Isara, I had not expected to see you again. Why do you summon me? Where are we? It's been so long since I walked the grounds of the castle. I scarcely recognize it. Whatever the place, it is good to speak to someone again. And to see the fair image of my lost love.
You know what would be a fun plot twist is if the necromancy actually worked, he did come back to life, and he and Ysara hit it off. I think that's the story I would write. Maybe.
Spell? Some ill-conceived plot to resurrect me, I presume. Mother never could suppress her passion for the occult. Now we both pay. My Ring of Mara? I had not thought to see it again. I see it clearly now, though. At rest near the heart of the fair Lady Ysara. The course is clear, friend. Lady Ysara.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You bear not only Alizinda's ring, but her spirit as well. Had I a heart, it would pound like a drum at the sight of you.
Thank you, Mathin. I'm sorry for what happened to you. My friend and I will fix it, I promise.
Having you beside me is all I need. Come, let me sweep you away.
Oh
Find
dear.
my armor and break the curse. Your friend will be safe with me in the meantime.
Oh,
Well.
What just happened?
That's kind of fun. She's gonna get romanced by a ghost. Nobody here, okay.
Mathin, what did you do?
You have nothing to fear, lovely Ysara. I only hope to spend another moment with you. I mean no harm. You are so like Alizinda.
Man, Aelid ruins all over the place. What is this one? Got something over there too. What is that? Dangerous plants, I guess. Just ruins, I guess. Well, clearly something's going to happen there later, so let's just put a fork in it for now. Oh, a mudhopper is a fish. Cool. Okay, got the items. Let's get that Ysara back.
You
Nope.
summon me again? Did you find the armor? Where is your lecherous friend? Just like her ancestor, ensnaring her betters, meddling in family affairs. Huh. Mathin should be thanking me for sparing. Mathin truly meant to marry Alizinda.
Right.
A woman with no pedigree, no means, and no great talent. She was a no one. I couldn't bear the idea of him throwing his future, and that of our duchy, away over some childish... I only meant to split them apart. It was for his own good. Oh, typical of low-bred paupers, she overreacted. Mathin died by her hand, not mine. None of this. It is in the mausoleum, beneath the Great Bridge, guarded by Calvis Vannon, first Duke of Gioves. Retrieve the sword and bring everything you found to Tavia's tower.
Yeah,
If all
okay.
goes as it should, we can reverse the spell and set both of us free. I don't want that woman lingering near my son any more than you do. Find the sword and bring it to the tower.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna wind up in that tower after all. But where is the sword? It was in a mausoleum. So, mausoleum. Which is right here. That's cool. Waterway. Man, I totally want this town to be rebuilt. That one statue is all over the place. Alright, so... take a sword. Oh. Hi, Duke Telvanni.
That one put up a fight, didn't they?
Yeah, a little bit. That was it for the boss. Okay. It's interesting that they don't even bother putting a map marker on this area. Pity. Alright, we got a few creatures here. Okay.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Who said anything about not being agreeable? Okay, so here we have a tower with only one floor. Alright. Let's check the stuff. Pick up the lore books. Open jewelry boxes. Oh! I did something that she liked, that Miri liked. I wonder if it was the lore book. Okay.
Mathen,
Here we go.
darling boy. We can finally end this curse.
And now I part with the Lady Ysara as well? Is there nothing you won't take from me?
Place the regalia, adventurer. It is well past time we left.
Farewell,
Zara,
dear
what do you
lady.
think?
I wish we had more time.
Yeah, I have a feeling you want to continue being a ghost. Let's just chat with everybody.
Ugh! What are you waiting for?
Right.
There you are. I'm fine. Don't worry. Just a little dizzy is all. I suppose you should set these spirits free. I hate to see Mathen go, but this is the right decision, right?
Was she wearing that outfit earlier?
Do what you will, my friend.
Mathen! Why aren't you... Mathen!
Mathen's still here. I don't understand. My poor Mathen. What went wrong?
Your poor Mathen.
I am sorry for absconding with dear Lady Ysara. I found myself conflicted, torn between two intentions. Trapped, perhaps. The foul burden of necromancy no longer weighs me down, but my connection to the ring
Oh,
is
dear.
no less intense. It's passionate, perhaps. Part of me still yearns for the warmth of Aetherius. But now, Lady Ysara, light
Right,
of mine,
okay. Now a ghost lover.
afterlife. That ring you carry is the key to my heart. I leave my fate in your hands.
My hands. Mathen, what are you saying?
If you choose to wear the ring, I will remain by your side. An attentive and loving guardian.
Are you serious? Tall Papa, preserve me.
Destroy the ring, and I will pass to Aetherius. The choice, my lady, is yours.
Well, obviously you keep it for now and destroy it later if you need to.
Did I just get a proposal from a ghost? Up until now, the only man who ever wooed me was a stable hand in Bergama. I know I should recoil at this. It's profane, blasphemous, right? But gods, he's cute. And the way he speaks, It's like a dream.
She was wearing a different outfit as a ghost. Interesting. It was actually a dark elf outfit.
Ugh! How could he lay something like this at my feet? I can barely decide which boots to wear most days. When he swept me away, he told me I don't know. Aside from the whole ghostly murder victim thing, this is what my heart always yearned for. It's why I write romance novels. The thought that I could bring him love. Yes, I want to write and travel and feel the rush of romance every time I slip on this ring. Mathen and I have so much to offer one another. It will be a little... I want you to stay with me, Mathen. I know it's weird, but...
Weird? No, my lady. Unique. Unique and perfect.
Well, that was a little different. But meanwhile, I did just pick up something that I want to check out. Let's see, we have a few things. Okay, level 9 staff, that's what I want. Yeah, okay. So I've been using this homespun jerkin for forever, since level 2. I could try out this Geovest breastplate. Let's see what that just looks like. That's kind of cool. What about Bog Raiders? Curious. Nah. Home run robe of stamina. That's the best choice. Oh well, wish it looked more interesting. Oh well. If I really was concerned, I'd go to an outfit station and dress it up a bit, but I'll probably be getting rid of it soon enough anyway. Levels come pretty quickly in Elder Scrolls Online, so if you don't like something, you'll probably pick up something later on, and it doesn't really hold you back all that much when you're just going through the quests. Yep, lots of ghosts here at Geovest Castle. Meanwhile, as for the other murder plot, this one involving the Dibella prophetess, I needed to find the carriage where she and this one guy's grandmother were last seen. All about grandmothers. It's like the new walls were built up right around the old walls. I'm wondering if there was a lore book hanging around somewhere. I guess not. Okay, heading towards that arrow. Is it down here? Yeah, ooh. Fell off a cliff.
There in the water. Could that be it? See what you can find.
Well, let's actually check this thing out first. Floral signet.
Look there, the carriage. I heard the water out here's been drying up for years. It would have been deeper a decade ago. Black Marsh is like that. It must have been hidden beneath.
Okay. Black soul gems.
I'm afraid to ask, but I've got to. What did you... Let me see. Yes! I've seen that seal too many times. See the flowers encircling the face? It's a symbol of Dibella. This is a High Priestess's signet ring. It can't be a coincidence. That skeleton is Priestess Rolain. We found her.
But not his grandmother. But Black Soul Gems were with Rolaine.
So Priestess Rolaine was transporting those? Why? Did Grana Cerise know about it? They left town together and vanished together. My grandmother's skeleton isn't here, so... By the 8. Could Priestess Rolaine be the... Do you think... No, it couldn't have been Grana. She wasn't in Gideon when the novitiates were killed.
Mm-hmm.
The priestess had access to the treasury. Had the ear of the people. It all makes sense, except how...
Wait, look there.
You should say hello, right? I'm right behind you.
More ghosts. What is with Gideon and these romance quest murder ghosts? Oh, there's the other one. Ah. Oh, Rolaine was using soul trap spells. So, this person, though dead, her soul may actually be in one of the various soul gems. And she loved somebody named Lier, whomever that is. The Waking Flame, Stealing Souls. Oh, she was the one making the memories. Ideal Masters are necromancers. Interesting. Okay, Cerise had a husband. That does explain how they were able to have a grandson. Okay. Search.
Change of plans?
No, Miri, get out of the wall. A muddy cameo.
That's Grana Cerise, isn't it? She's been here in this cave all this time.
Yep.
Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'm sure uncovering murderous cults and meeting her grandmother's ghost is run-of-the-mill fodder for you. But for me, this is a bit much to take.
You have no idea.
Guess
We
there
just
was
spoke to
something
somebody's
dreams after
murderous grandmother ghost.
all. I know. I should have told you from the start, but I didn't want to scare you off, thinking I was crazy or something. It started a month or so ago. A ghostly young woman rouses me from my bed every night and stares at me. I know it is. She just stared us both in the face and guided us to her remains, right? But what now? She put an end to Rolaine's plot, but no one will believe me. The Germains will keep getting stepped on. That might actually work. Keshu the Black Fin and her Argonians couldn't give two croaks about Dibella and her flock. Keshu's war mage, Fire from Nowhere, knows local history. He might just listen. Grana Cerise gave us the proof. Let's use it.
Alright, I gotta admit, I like Argonian names. Fire from Nowhere. Great Argonian name. I think they started it. There's a practice of giving Khajiit, not Khajiit, in the Forgotten Realms, actually. There's a similar practice among the Tabaxi, that they get names like Fire from Nowhere. But not so for the Khajiit here. Anyway. Hey. Well, alright. Talk to Fire from Nowhere. Yeah, thought I saw something. Moses is still with us, by the way. He'll probably be here the entire time. Okay. Let's, get on a mount. Well, this won't actually get us very far, because there are things to pick up. Blueprint. That's why you always open backpacks. I have been very good on stream lately about not doing any fishing. There have been fishing spots all over, like this lake fishing hole. If you want to explore that, you click and hold your action button and then pick one of the various baits. Pick the bait that corresponds to the type of fishing hole that it is. This is a lake fishing hole, so I used lake bait. And just wait. Look at kitties. Pet a kitty, wait for your line to hold up like that, and you got a spade tail, you know? Easy enough. And that spot is marked on my map for later. Alright, off to Fire from Nowhere. Great name. Is that... Why do they call it a lake fishing hole? That's clearly a part of a river. Hearing the chanting anywhere from inside, from that weird music instrument. Far from Nowhere. Hi.
Son's greetings, Biko. Your friend's eyes seem gray with worry. What troubles you both?
Your eye seems white with blindness.
Rolaine. Ah, yes, the prophet woman these smooth skins mourn. She's been dead for a very long time, but still they cry. It is very strange. But that is the Imperial way, I guess. What did you discover? Something to quiet their hearts, I hope. Well then, that is not what I expected you to say. If this is true, there will be a great wailing in the Dibalacium. Disbelief also. They curse the woman Cerise Germain, and all who hatch from her clutch. Your proof must be hard as stone.
It is. It's a
I can
black
tell
soul
you
gem.
speak the truth. In the name of Keshu, I claim the Breton Ferric Germain as my charge. I place my hand upon the hist and swear, no...
Yeah, okay, that works.
Thank the Eight for Fire from Nowhere. And for you. I never could have accomplished this. I guess I'll stay in Gideon until we put this matter to rest for good. I want to see these people's fate. If I didn't trust Keshu and her Argonians to protect me, I'd flee right now. I'm sure there are plenty of people in Gideon who will want me relieved. Honestly, I started all this to get the people of Syria. And sadder.
Oh, come on, where's the plot to free his grandmother from the soul gem? Missed opportunity. Out of curiosity, just completing that? Yes. Oh no, helping Uzara find the muse broke that, completed that thing there. But well, what's going on up here? Dead drop? Oh, and a, group boss, or a world boss, they call it. Well, anything else to do in this area? I don't think so. So next up I need to go to Leowin Castle and advance the main part of the quest. And I'm looking around. I think I'm going to take the long way back and try and head up in this area here. There's got to be one or two quests that I can pick up there. And then that that leaves me, you know, satisfied that I've done what there is to do in this area. Okay. So, go the long way. Of course, picking up Nirnroot along the way. I did like that castle, though. So I'm on the lookout for quests. And whatever resources, of course, cross my path. Like a pewter seam. Even if you don't do crafting, even if you don't do crafting, getting crafting supplies is pretty useful. They're worth a lot for the people who do like to do crafting. What also makes it more better. And there was a lore book here. Yeah, I thought there might be. What makes it a little more palatable is having that ESO Plus account. If you have ESO Plus, then all of the crafting supplies that you pick up in the world go into that bag instead of into your inventory. And there's an unlimited amount of space in the crafting bag. That actually wound up freeing me up a lot. What I had been doing beforehand was I still picked up everything that I could find, but it meant that I didn't have to keep stopping at the bank and dropping stuff off and spreading it out among the various inventories of my characters when the bank space got all clogged up. It was a messy and it was very time consuming. So, highly recommend that ESO Plus account. Completed
Off
in
we go.
Arid Well. Looks like there's another one just over there. I don't know what you get if you find all of those wells. You don't get skill points or anything. Okay, definitely was something I needed to grab down here. So for some reason I haven't marked this waystone on my map yet. The last time I went up north was to pick up Miri, so there were a few things I skipped along the way. Gotta fill in the cracks. There it is. Okay, let's see what else there is to explore. Anything on my compass? Not yet. Okay. North we go. Let's try heading in the direction of that well. See what else comes up. Let's not go to Oblivion right now. In one of my other streams, I do jump into that portal there, and find out what that's all about. So, if you want to see where the Oblivion portals take you, try out one of my other streams. Little plug there. Okay, somebody didn't do enough testing of this area. That's hilarious.
Can never have enough of that.
You got it. Boy, is this just a well? What the heck is this thing? Huh.
Well,
This is more than just a well.
Longer. We should begin the experiment.
With no porters, no assistants. This endeavor's been a farce from the start, Revis. Now it's a doomed one.
Oh, I got a blue thing out of that backpack. Hey guys, what you doing?
Ah, praise Vivek. You'll hear about the notices I posted, yes? Even if you're not, you're welcome all the same. No. My student and I need help with an experiment, and the situation is rather desperate. Well, really desperate. Really, truly desperate. My pupil Tiris and I plan to test my most recent invention, the Phantasmal Sensor. It's a device that quiets unruly ghosts. Or it should. Honestly, this is sort of a proof of concept. But don't let that worry you. Oh, nothing too strenuous. Just need a bit of help with final preparations. Lifting the odd box, calibrating a few apparatuses, warding off any murderous under... Oh, I'm so relieved you agreed to help. Before you arrived, I feared my overseers at House Telvanni really might... No matter. Tiris and I already set up a small field laboratory in the ruined Veyond. Meet us inside and we'll get started.
Veyond. Sounds familiar, but I doubt that it is. Okay. What about this phantasmal sensor?
It's a wedding of Barrelsar's theories on the interactions of tonal and spectral... What? No, I'm extremely excited about it. My superiors in Tel Naga called it a product of minor interest. Believe me when I say that's as robust an endorsement as Tiris is a junior oathman of House Telvanni. At this point in his education, he's obliged to accompany a spellwright like myself on a few field excursions. Sort of an apprenticeship. Tiris is an incredible talent, of the sort that only appears once in a generation. What's more, his family is extremely well connected. He lives the Telvanni creed. Really putting me on the spot, aren't you? There are aspects of Telvanni culture I find abhorrent. The practice of slavery being chief among them. We do what we can. When the only alternative is exile, it's complicated. When you're on a mission to quiet down restless ghosts, you go where the restless ghosts are. Angry spirits pile up in these Ayleid ruins like weevils in a hollow log. Vec only knows why. I've never taken much interest in Morrowind. I wouldn't think of it. Silencing an ancestor is blasphemous, even if some of them deserve it. My Aunt Cernsi can't let a visitation go by without complaining about her urn. We know you wanted purple. Get over it already, right?
Taking assistance from random passers-by. The magisters of the house will most certainly have opinions on this.
Oh boy. There's a handful of houses from the Dark Elves in Morrowind and thereabout. Telvanni, where those two are from, is one of 3 that you can actually join in the game Morrowind. So let's see here. Okay, I guess the entrance is up there. It's also interesting to me that ESO has a very interesting perspective on that whole slavery thing. Every time it comes up in a context of these people do it, and maybe we're associated with them, but we don't endorse it. They're always very specific about being on the other side of slavery. I mean, not that slavery is a good thing by any means, of course. But it's interesting to hear them so vocal about it. Okay, so I need to go up there, which means getting on that wall, going up those stairs. Lore book discovered.
Come to think of it, Revis, a crumbling ruin is an apt place for your final experiment with House Telvanni.
Final. This guy seems...
Please be so kind as to talk to Revis and leave me be. Self-reflection is the closest I get.
Interesting. He is, he's not such a nice guy, is he?
Finally, we can get started. There's a lot riding on this experiment's success. So yes, let's all stay focused. I need you to paint some stabilizing runes around the area to reinforce the sensor's magics. Here are the materials in a template. I infused the paint with ground soul gems to reinforce the rune's potency.
Oh, goodness.
At great personal expense, I might add. Right, Tyrus? There's no price too high for success. Try not to use it all right? I have a few more calibrations to attend to. As for Tyrus, he'll probably, you know, observe. For educational purposes. You can speak with him if you have any other questions. Set guide you, my friend.
Set. The Dunmer have these shorthand names for some of their deities. I don't know who Set is.
Remember, precision is of the utmost importance, so no loafing or dawdling, you. I'm sorry. We're supposed to use harsh declaratives like that to motivate people. Are you? Yeah, I can tell you're motivated. Great. That's great.
Very fun. All right. What are you up to?
Soul gem-infused runes slathered on alien walls. The poor condition of the stone combined with imprecise template virtually guarantees a Finally, someone else makes an astute observation. Congratulations. You've just become the second smartest person in the room. The runes Revis wants painted will have, at most, a negligible impact. Don't be thick. I have nothing to learn from the likes of Revis Demnevani. This is a mere formality. When I ascend to the council, I will make weeding out hedge mages like Revis my first priority. Oh, yes. Revis knows where he stands with the Telvanni Council. On a precipice. And after today's nonsense, he will finally fall off.
Sounds like Revis is bound for a a Morag Tong contract. If you're unfamiliar with the Morag Tong, they are a guild of assassins, not too unlike the Dark Brotherhood, but they are particular to Morrowind, and they are... Alright. They are particular to Morrowind, and they are sanctioned by Morrowind. Sanctioned by the government. It's actually a curious way. It's like the Dunmer knew that they would be having wars between their various great houses, and by having a sanctioned assassin guild, they are able to keep it on the up and up, as it were, and to limit the collateral damage that all-out war could cause. So they'd rather have the assassinations than have outright war. Interesting way of thinking of it. But when a Morag Tong assassin completes their assassination, the first thing that they do is they go to the guard and say, "Hey, I just did this. Here's the contract saying that it was legal." And then, so long as they, say that, so long as they go to the authorities afterward, they get off scot-free. Everything's fine. Okay, here we go. Bookshelf. 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 Oh. Just keep filling out my my lore books here. I like that books actually do have a mechanical benefit in the game, advancing the Mage's Guild skill line. It would be a lot to actually read them all, though. Someday.
Welcome back. The rune's excellent. By the three, can I just tell you how refreshing it is to hear a voice of support? Thank you. Now, these magical pylons provide the key. Fair warning, they can be a bit unruly, but the fundamentals are sound. Spectral energy will pass between them freely, but sometimes the crystals dislodge. If that happens, I need you to just pay attention to the energies flowing between them. If no spectral motes pass through one of the pylons, you'll know that's the one that needs fixing. I should warn you, it's nice to have a willing pair of hands to assist.
Well, aren't you supposed to be helping, Revis? No, a lot. I'd barely left the cradle when I erected my first arcane pylon. But if you're asking me to assist Revis in this buffoonery, I'd sooner put trousers on a Vardvark. It's just as fruitless, but in... I suppose that's your attempt at being clever. Very well, I'll rise to the bait. The sooner we're done with this, the better. If you're quite finished, Revis. An artless configuration, to be sure. Balancing the crystal resonance is simple enough. There, a perfect calibration. Much good may it do you.
It's working. Just a moment more and... What? Why isn't it... Good grief!
What did what's-his-name do?
Damn it all! I triple-checked the pylons last night. I field-tested the room. No. You followed my instructions to the letter, and I practically killed myself proving out the theories in my laboratory back home. Literally. Something in Beyond. Some arcane anomaly that disrupts... Well, we need to find the source of the disturbance. Take Tyrus and explore the lower chambers. It shouldn't take him long to identify the culprit. Right. I'll stay here and inspect the instruments. Again. If I didn't find any flaws the first 3 times, I doubt I'll find any now. What do I think? What does that matter? Right. What do I think? Really that important? Well, of course it is. I'm a member of House Telvanni, for Vec's sake.
I think
if the council
Vec
drums me out, what would I do? Who would I share my theories with? No, once that door closes, it closes forever. It's unthinkable.
So I think Vec is shorthand for Vivek. Maybe Set is shorthand for Sotha Sil? I don't know. Both of them being Tribune members.
Absolutely. Yes. Maybe. I don't know, but I have to try. Would I rather be poking around in a dwarf?
He'd rather be looking at tonal architecture.
Let's get this pass underway.
Yeah, okay.
Our maps of Veyond didn't depict this tunnel. Vex head. Be on your guard.
All right, don't cry for Mummy.
Okay. Now on to an actual dungeon. Actual enemies. Get some action going here. I know this is more of a low-key stream than usual, but hey, gotta do some combat every now and then, right? Okay. Whatever you do, don't touch the torch bugs. You don't want Miri to get upset with you.
Savage beast! Keep that brute away from me!
Okay. Quite heroic, this, Tyros.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
There, in the distance, more alien masonry. Finally, no more mucking around the dirt like some clumsy salt rice farmer.
I picked up a handful of books in the former area, but none of them seemed to increase Miri's favor with me. So I'm really not sure what triggered that the last time around.
There's a strange aura on the other side of this door. Can you feel it? What am I saying? Of course you can't.
Sure.
Finally. Now then, these Vala stones are clouded. Some manner of arcane erosion. They must be the source of Revis's trouble. Destroying them in this state could generate an explosive burst of magicka, and draining their power is no small feat.
Well, that means you're
Unless, of
up
course, you
for
happen to
your...
be me.
Yeah.
Smash away, hero, and let's get out of this place.
So, Varla stones is what he called them. I'm gonna have to look up Varla stone. I was thinking that these are a lot like soul gems, and they're a lot like, there was another kind of gem that I encountered in another... Oh, right, a lot like sky shards, actually. So... But apparently they're called Varla stones. Well, so I'll look up what Varla stones are. They appear all over in Aelid structures.
The interference. I think it may come from clouded...
Vala stones? Indeed. The help and I already dealt with them. You're welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait. Does anyone else feel that?
Intruders? Get out! Get out!
A spirit. Stand back, both of you. It's time for a true test of the phantasmal sensor.
Get it away from me! Back, you creature! I mean it!
Wait, Tyrus! No! Ah!
Oh, okay. Solves that problem.
Oblivion, take me! He's dead! Tyrus is dead! This is a catastrophe! What are we gonna do? I tried to use the phantasmal sensor to quiet that alien spectre, but Tyrus panicked and started to banish it with his own magic. His banishing spell just vanished. Yeah, sure, just vanished. To the afterlife! This is classic Revis, you know. I'm a pox. I'll just need a moment to think about what I'm going to tell the house about Tyrus and the sensor, wherever it flew off to.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Okay, pick up some books in this room. Maybe find one that Miri likes. wonder if it's like a certain type of lore book that Miri likes. No, still don't see her. A little notification will appear in the lower left when you find something that she likes or dislikes. If I were to pick up a torch bug or a moth, she would have words to say about that.
What is happening to me?
Oh, Tiris. Even now I can hear him in my mind, haunting me.
Yeah. Alright, so he's off this way.
I can't. Help me! Use the sensor!
Yeah, in a minute. Looks like I'm gonna go that way in a minute. After a bit. Just open this urn. See, that looks an awful lot like a soul gem or a sky shard to me. Maybe it's just these ones that are kind of erect. Maybe those are the Varla stones.
Tiris, he's not gone after all.
Now what?
Please forgive me, Sarah. While I was wallowing in self-pity, you were out here trying to clean up my mess. And by the three, Tiris still lives. Or exists at any rate, along with the clouded Varla stones. Interesting. The sensor might have prompted some kind of animus inversion. The specifics can wait. Whatever happened, he's still... We? No. I've done enough damage. I'll come along, offer scholarly advice and such. But you're the only person I trust to see this through. The clouded Varla stones are sort of thickening the magical fabric of this place. A soul like Tiris's would cause ripples. Allow me to make a small modification to the sensor. There. If you use it now, it should illuminate Tiris's path. I've proven beyond shadow of a doubt that I can't be trusted with that thing. For anyone who is not me, using the sensor is quite simple. Activate it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. Well, considering that there was only one way forward, yeah. My policy is always to go the way that you're not supposed to go and pick up whatever there is to pick up. Looks like somebody already got that chest.
The light! The clouded light! It calls!
Dig in. Don't let them separate us.
Okay. Time for some battle, looks like. Just checking some things. Can't open any of those sarcophagi. What's over here? Okay, urn. For some ash. Somebody already got that one, but they missed the soul gem on the ground. Can I pick it up? Come on, let me pick it up. Please? What if I... Oh. There was talk in another quest recently about black soul gems and how they are different. Well, that's true in most of the Elder Scrolls games, and I think for a while in Elder Scrolls Online, they tried to have the different levels of soul gems. But there are just so many more levels upon levels in a world, in a in an MMO than there are in a standalone game. So you wound up getting a whole bunch of different, like tons and tons of different soul gems. They simplified it, and now you just have soul gems, and there's two varieties, empty and filled, as you can see there. That's it. Obviously, for this context, works much, much better. Let's play my rewards here. Let's keep filling out my magicka. I need to get that up to 9. And figure out what to do about points later. Yeah, anyway, the way they do soul gems here is much more appropriate for a MMO, especially where inventory is so limited. Well, unless you have the paid account, of course. Oh, that's just a PC.
And more clouded Vala stones. By the 3. Were the aliens selling them wholesale? I'll probably
more or
regret
less.
this, but I'll try to attune the stones. You push them out of position. Maybe that will set him free.
Okay. Dislodge? That's more like a destroy.
No, not enough.
I know that
Oof.
did not look like a success, but I think I know what's happening. These clouded Vala stones. The aliens wouldn't have carved imperfect stones in this quantity by accident. There's intention here. They're meant to attract spectral energy like moths to a flame. That's why we keep finding Tyrus among them. Well, it doesn't just yet, but we're definitely onto something. The sensor can banish the stones, and my attunement spell can stabilize them long enough to dislodge them safely. What do you do now? Keep tracking Tyrus. I'll try to puzzle out a way to use the sensor and attunement spell to restore Tyrus's corporeal form. We have to move quickly, though. That's because it is bad. Let's pick up...
Yeah, alright. Sooner or later, I won't be finding any more lore books. At least not here in Blackwood. And I'll stop checking every bookshelf I come across. Something tells me that when you finish this quest, you get the phantasmal sensor as the reward. Just call it a hunch. I already can do... I was thinking of something else. Yeah, if that's what happens, I'll show you what that's all about.
Over there! It's Tyrus!
But I want to go up there. Oh, that's the way out, I think. Okay. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I got a new staff out there. It was a Ferric's finest staff of frigidity. Let's give it a try. I think there's supposed to be a boss here. Did you kill him?
Tyrus is trying to resist the pull of the clouded Vala stones, but his strength is waning. Luckily, he's running into these smaller stone clusters, sort of like falling out of a tree. I'm wagering there is a greater load of this clouded glass somewhere in the ruin.
Great.
A stockpile or something that dwarfs these other Vala stones. I can't imagine it will be pleasant, but with enough of the clouded glass in one, I have to. Without my attunement spell, the sensor could banish Tiras for good. I can't hide
Then
from
why you
this
do
forever.
that?
I am a mage. Hapless. This plan will work, right? I am. It might be a bit more.
Alright, let's get on with it. Yeah, it definitely feels like there should have been a boss right there. Oh, right. So now I can't use my LB and I can still use X. So my left bumper was with my restoration staff, and I now have a destruction staff equipped. I think the restoration staff ability that I had there before did did healing over time. That seemed pretty useful. But I got 2 other ways to heal still, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I want to level both staff skill lines. Okay, so he's over there. Okay, he's over there, so let's just be a completionist and check every bookshelf. I think what you find on the bookshelves might be dependent upon the area that you're in. Not only the zone, but the kind of zone that you're in. Neither one of these Telvanni wizards do all that much. Did I see a book cross my path called The Sultry Argonian Mage? Oh, that was a lore book. I think that was a mage book. That one had a black text. I wonder if that means it was more directly related to the Mage's Guild. Cleared that out.
Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Aeum's mercy. Tiras is fading faster. Quickly, just smash these stones and we'll hope for the best.
Just smash them. That did something.
There. Now, use the sensor. We have to find the central load.
Not any of those? Okay. Yeah, okay, figures.
It's not a cluster of glass. It's an entire well. All right, let's go over the plan.
So there is an Aelid well here, after all. Yeah, let's go over the plan after I just do a quick check for fun stuff. Nope, nothing fun here. Okay.
We were looking for a pile of clouded glass, and instead, we found a limitless font of unstable magicka. Shame we have to destroy it. But let's be honest, I would have found a way to accidentally destroy it before long. Are you ready to save Tiras? First, we need to replicate the original event. Aim the phantasmal sensor at him and unleash its power. While you're doing that, I'll cast the attunement spell. Weaving the two together should dislodge... Much less confident than you'd like. If it's any consolation, most magisters aren't certain of a hypothesis until they test it. Our test just happens to have the potential for... Discharging spells and jangling magic sensors in front of an unstable well could prove explosive. But nothing is certain. Magic is more art than 7 in 10, give or take. You've faced worse odds before.
Yeah, why don't we just nuke this place?
It's working! We did it! Tiras,
Oh,
are you alright?
pity.
Revis! I'm alive. Oh, thank you. AM's mercy, I thought I was dead. I never should have cast that. But the ghost was there and I just panicked.
Oh, dear. There, Tiras. Why don't we head back to camp, alright?
I owe you such an apology. I could see everything you and Revis did. No one...
Well, this is unexpected. I thought we...
That's curious. Oh, look at that. Oops. Look at the funny little poster as I fall to my death. That was a constellation of the warrior. One of the various constellations that you can be born under, I suppose, or attuned to in Skyrim. Okay, so back to camp.
I'm writing the Magister straight away, Revis. You'll receive accolades aplenty.
Oh, that's, very generous, Tiras. Thank you. Well, this is unexpected. I'd resolved to spend the rest of my life in exile, but now Tiras is singing my praises. Do you think he hit his head or something? Hopefully, Tiras' testimonial will earn me some latitude with House Telvanni. Not enough to rise in rank, mind you, but enough to keep them off my back for a while. None of this would have been possible without you. Safe travels, as soon as I can, yes. The censor was always a means to an end. Tiras' letter should give me the boost I need to continue my real work. Rare eggs, dwarven machines, vegetable conjuring... all the bizarre obsessions that House Telvanni scorned.
That's what you're into, huh? It's like he has a magic fetish. Okay.
Ha! No. I'm far too clumsy to evade the Telvanni Council's contempt for law.
Alright. Well, that turned out good for him. Good for him. Good for us, too. We completed an adventure. We went looking around and we found one. So that's basically the plan for a little while at least, is to do a little bit more on this kind of peninsula that's being created by the river. I especially want to find out what that thing is, and maybe some of these other spots that are just blobs on the map, but they probably mean something. So, let's cross this one off the list, and back to exploring. It did give me something to look up a little bit later. Anytime that you get a quest that adds to the lore just a little bit, that's definitely a win in my book. Adds to the lore and the intrigue. So now I need to know what Varla stones are, and all of these other magical things about the Aelids. All I really know about the Aelids is that they were a nasty bunch. They had great architecture, a lot of magic. All around, I think it was
Nothing wrong with a little
like they were
optimistic harvest.
the reigning power before there was an empire. Them and the Dwemer. Dwemer are dwarves, but in Elder Scrolls stuff, they aren't dwarves. Dwemer are not like dwarves in other things. Oh, there's a player here. Interesting. There's two players here. Well, let me do some.
This sacrifice to the tide of chaos.
Hello, look at this. Looks like I will get a chance to get this world boss. I'll keep up the heals just in case that person gets a little low. They seem to be doing fine without it, but you know. So, keeping the, there. Done. So, another thing I get to check off the list. So you can see that, had I tried to do that on my own, I would most certainly have just died. I could not do nearly enough damage to put that guy down by myself, and I would have taken a heck of a lot more. But with a group, it's a lot more spread out. Things go much easier. If you're a solo player like me, this usually means you just kind of have to check in every now and then to see if there's people around waiting to do it themselves. Or you can just, you know, hang out there and wait for somebody to show up. Of course, you could also play the game with friends. That would be fun. Okay, so there are two things up there, it looks like. Mary, distract that wolf for a minute. Ooh, Rakuda. Looks like there's a dungeon and a delve in there. As I get closer, Zenithar's Abbey, that's right. As I get closer to this area, there should be somebody who needs my help one way or the other. Maybe I'll check by the road first. Just try the road, see if anybody says, hey, can you follow me to this spot? I don't see anybody, so let's just get in there. Oh, there we go. Delusion. Yeah, if you get near a place...
Oh, perhaps this bazaar isn't so empty after all.
Eventually, a quest marker will show up on your compass. And that's how you start the quest for it.
But that abbey was once a thriving bazaar, bustling with commerce and teeming with people. Nothing left but rot and overgrowth. And the golden anvil that once graced Zenithar's abbey when it was still a place of wealth and commerce. It is a holy relic that was stolen and hidden. I did not expect quite so many deadly creatures nesting in the abbey when I set out. Otherwise, I would... The golden anvil was hidden away by the bazaar's arbitrator. Gavos, the golden anvil, is said to have once been unremarkable iron, worked tirelessly by a pious smith to build a simple trading post. Most likely, it's well known that Gavos hid the anvil away. You are not familiar with the resolutes of Zenithar?
The resolutes of Zenithar?
We are keepers of the resolutions, the temples of the divine provider. We offer succor and instruction to those who provide honest labor or wealth. Those, the foundations of civilization and prosperity. Labor, commerce, and exchange. Zenithar smiles upon those who work for themselves and...
Okay. Well, there you go, a little bit of information about Zenithar. Zenithar has been coming up all over the place here in Blackwood. Particularly in Leyawiin itself, we have this place here called the Great Chapel of Zenithar. Of course, with shrines to many of the others. Zenithar is what is called divine, and there are other powers out there called Daedra, and some people call Aedra. Okay, public dungeon. A public dungeon is going to be a little more challenging than a delve. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get through all of this, but we'll give it a go for at least a little while. Yeah, public dungeons are a little bit more dangerous.
Much rot and squalor. Will any record of Gavos or the anvil have survived?
Oh, we got a problem. There's been a cult of some sort here.
Some of the buildings
goblins
and stalls seem intact. Let's start there.
Okay. Part of the fun... Oh man, this place is huge. Part of the fun with a public dungeon is that there are multiple bosses inside. It's a good idea to try and take them out. If you get all or some of them, I think you get an achievement. So, since I only want to do this thing once, I'm gonna... Ooh, yeah. I am gonna need to do some heals here, it looks like. Mary, how you doing? You're doing alright. Yeah, I only want to be in this place once, so if I can find all of those bosses and deal with them, then I consider it good and my completion itself is done. Of course, you can replay the dungeons over and over to get exactly the loot that you want, but for that you're probably better off doing some of the more difficult elite sorts of dungeons. I'm in it for the story, so I'm gonna just focus on doing it for one time. Cooking fire? No. Jewelry box. Okay. Let's see what's over here. Oh! Ha. The rewards in dungeons are usually pretty good. Especially treasure boxes like this one. Let's see.
Finders keepers, as they say.
Maple Inferno Staff of Frost. It's like it doesn't quite know what it wants to be. This one's part of a frostbite set. This one does slightly more damage. They're both defending. I'm going to stick with the one that I have presently. Here's some things, but caravan of Argonians came through today, managed to haggle for several jars of strange tree sap. Might make a fair profit. If Arbitrator Gavos doesn't come up with yet another inane rule to strangle free trade. Ooh, Arbitrator Gavos is either doing Zenithar's bidding really well or is going beyond Zenithar. Huh.
That confirms that Gavos stole the golden anvil away. But where?
Yeah, it looks like Gavos was,
The history of this abbey and its fall into ruin remain clouded in mystery. All I know for certain is that the golden anvil was never recovered. The bazaar, of course. But this abbey also had a thriving port. And despite its size, if you wish to conduct business in secret, like plot to...
Yeah, it sounds like my inventory is full. Ooh, well that's embarrassing. Okay, let me check my inventory for things that can be discarded. You see all of these things that have a value of 20 coins, or 30 coins, or 34 coins. Things that have no value, see that one I can keep. Things that have no value are not worth selling, obviously, but they also are not worth deconstructing either. I have a hat here. It's not really getting me anything. Why don't I put on something else? You know what? I'll put on a heavy helmet. Which one? Stamina, health, bog raider. Yeah, let's put on a bog raider's helm. So that I can destroy this. So, yeah, things of no value give you nothing even if you try and deconstruct it. So, have an upgrade there waiting for me. Let's see. I have, ooh, wow. 3 different sashes. Okay, so that is a level 11. This one's level 10, but part of a set. Cool. Okay, a lot of frost stuff. Damage of frost abilities by 8%. I don't think I have any frost abilities, except maybe my staff. Damage done by chilled enemies by 4. Okay. Hands. Well, both are worthless, but that provides more armor. Okay, nothing worthless there. Feet. Upgrade on feet. A little bit. And it's an okay upgrade, but this one just got that set piece, so let's try staying within the set. I have an heirloom necklace. I have some major things, major upgrades there. Yeah, let's stay in this set. Cool. Okay, so I got 2 rings. I have a Bog Raider's ring and a ring of frostbite. So the Bog Raider's ring. Let's go to Austerity Signet Band. Yeah, okay, so I got a lot of that frostbite equipment now. And I have to find this Staff of Frigidity, which deals frost damage. I get a bonus to frost damage, so let's redo some skills here. Destruction Staff. What do I got? I got a couple of things. I can do this. Does all 3 damages, including frost damage. Ah, see? The frost damage is boosted a little bit. Magic damage. Gives you a shield. And immobilizes chilled enemies. I don't have a way to chill anything at the moment. Let's just go with Frost Shock. I'll purchase that and I'll put it on my LB because that's a restoration staff ability, and right now I'm using a frost staff. So, I can't try it out quite yet. Let's give it a try. Zop. Ooh, heals. So as you can see, dungeons are manageable by yourself. Even a little bit more manageable with Miri, who's almost dead. There, you got it. Miri, what are you doing? Don't die. Dungeons are more dangerous. Okay, so where do I need to go? I need to go... That looks like it goes out. That advances me further in. So, let's head up this way. Yeah, it was just down in there. That is one of the bosses I'm looking for. Okay. Let's give it a try. Certain dungeons are more dangerous than others. Whew, okay, we'll give it a shot. What are these things? Okay.
Hang in there. I'll do something.
Let's go Way Shrine. I think that'll put me at the entrance. Okay, so what did we learn? We learned that I need to do some things here to make that work out a little bit better. Let me see. Slaughtable items. Skin that fish. Supplies. Shoot. I was hoping I might have some food just lying around somewhere. Food would have helped there with giving me an additional max health. I'll give it another shot. Maybe if I'm just a little more careful. I know that it's more dangerous than I initially thought. So I need to be a little more careful. Maybe that will be enough, and if it's not enough, then I think I'm gonna probably try this another time. Oh! Miri is already dead. Ooh, this is gonna be... I just got one shot. So I need a Mundus Stone. That's the constellations I was talking about, like the warrior. Try bringing a group. Use the grouping tool. You know, I've actually never done that. Consuming food or drink to increase my primary attributes. Yeah. Probably... Okay. I'm glad I did this. I will continue this another time. I think I need some better equipment. Better equipment and definitely some food is going to help with that. So... yeah, I think that ability was doing something like, what is it, 30,000 or 13,000? And presently my character has... let's see. Yeah, 23,000. I'm gonna need to get that up further if I want to try that dungeon again. Well... so much for that. Like I said, dungeons can be quite a bit more lethal. They can be done solo, and I feel like I can do that one solo. But, under different situations. Getting Miri upgraded also is going to be helpful, I think. She's wearing light armor right now, and I'd much rather have her in at least medium armor instead. This, however, is... what do we got? Hymn of Zenithar. We got a cooking fire. Oh, I know how to do some cooking. Let's see, what can I do? Sure, I'll make some roast corn. Increases max stamina. Or magicka. It's all level 1 stuff. You know, I have a whole bunch of blueprints, designs, recipes. I already know chicken breast. What else we got? Rabbit pasty. I'm gonna switch interfaces here. Check again. I have another app that tracks which, or another mod that tracks which patterns are already known by my main crafter. So this is unknown by the tracking character, but known by my current character. Just weird. I don't think I know any patterns. But this shows me that it is known by Aida, Contessa Ciprano. I think it's confused as to who I am. Or is it? Unknown by all tracked characters, and this says that it is known by current character. Yeah, it's not known by anybody. So something's not quite right with my app there. But I can look at Let's see. Consumables. Recipes. Recipes? I'm gonna mix them all together. Okay. So that is known by Aida. That's what I wanted to know. Sure, I'll go ahead and learn it. And what else we got in here? Rabbit pasty. Skills from levels 10 to 14. That would be perfect. And it is known by Aida. Alright. Okay. So now, if I make some rabbit pasty. Great. And what do I know about drinks? Well, first let's make this nut brown ale. Because there's a quest for it.
You are going to let me try that, right?
Oh, sure, if you want. Do you want?
Problem, Sarah?
Oh, no. Okay. Alcoholic drinks. Grouped into 3 different categories. The red, the blue, the green. They do different things. These are... The alcoholic drinks are about health recovery. The tonic is for stamina recovery, and this one is for magicka recovery. Let's go ahead and make some jasmine tea, actually. Okay. Now, the stuff that you craft yourself is way better than the consumables. Here we go. This is all way better than the stuff that you would pick up just lying around a campfire, for example. So, let's eat the pasty there, and drink the tea, and pick up my controller. Now, you should see, we'll go to character, maximum health. It's not, it shows magicka recovery. Can you only have one food thing at a time? Let's make another rabbit pasty here. Inventory, slottable items, rabbit pasty. Now, go to character. Yeah, you can only have one food effect at a time. And it increases my max health by 0? Try again? Well, it says my maximum health is at 30,000 now. I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh well. Okay, so what I have here is actually not a delve. I get those map icons confused a little bit. And instead, it is a crafting station. But when you see a crafting station out here in the wild like this, it is usually because there's a certain set of items that you can craft exclusively at this crafting station. For example, this one says Clothing Station Diamond's Victory. So when I go and do creation, all of the things that come out are Diamond's Victory stuff. So it is part of the Diamond's Victory set. Which, let's see, weapon damage and spell damage, and it gives me range supremacy, adding damage with with ranged abilities. That's kind of cool. That's much more useful than the Frost exclusive set that I have currently. But in order to do that, you have to have a character there. You have to have a character who's already somewhat skilled in crafting to make use of it. I think it said that I needed to research 5 traits. So, in I'll see if I can show what that looks like in case you play and want to give some try your hand at crafting. So there's this one here called research, and well, you can read for yourself. Okay, so I have a bunch of different pieces of weapons, and I also have armor, and I can research the reinforced trait on helms, for example. When I do enough research, I need to research 5 or more traits to unlock building a Curious of Diamond's Victory. Okay? So that has nothing to do with what kind of ingots you use, or what style you use, or the trait that you use. All of these various things that you can custom craft your armor with. But that's kind of how that works. Okay, so I got this set.
Let's ride.
Looks like there's another world boss to the north. So why don't I head there and just see if there's a player or two who happens to be hanging out there waiting for somebody else to join up. Oh, and it looks like there's another Aelid well over there too. As I do more exploring, more of that map completion will show. Interesting that it doesn't show Aelid ruins on there. It does show sky shards on there, but I haven't found any sky shards in this area. I have a mod that's supposed to tell me where they are, but I don't see them on my map yet either. Odd, okay. Aelid well. Activate. Easy enough. Now this, on the other hand, is going to be more than I can handle. Let's do a little bit of a walkabout, see if anybody else is here. Ooh, look, poison barrels. That will become relevant. Oh, that's an ogre. Okay. So we have ogres, we have Zathmaws. Yet another name that seems kind of familiar. Well, I don't see anybody here. Nobody's showing up at the moment. I would have thought more people would be on a Saturday afternoon in the new content. They're probably all off doing the group dungeons. They've probably already cleared out all of the Blackwood content. I mean, it's been out for a week, so why wouldn't you have already done everything there is to do? Well, in my case, that means I am taking my time and enjoying it, in front of all of you, of course. So, you know what I think I'll do instead, actually, is I'm going to just park myself here and put a pause to the game, like so. It is about 4 o'clock, so I've been streaming for a couple hours. I think that's probably good enough. So, here we go. Thanks. Here's where I get to say thank you for watching the, the 5th session, the 5th official session in the Blackwood chapter of Elder Scrolls Online. If you've been enjoying this, do please, hit that follow button on Twitch. That'll let you know when I stream next, so that you can pop in here live and participate in the chat. Let me know that you're watching. And yeah, the next time I stream is probably going to be Wednesday this coming week. So no streams tomorrow, but on Sunday, which is Sunday and Wednesday are the two usual streaming days. So no streams tomorrow, but come back on Wednesday, probably about 10:30 or 11. I think 10:30 is usually when I get on, and 10:30 to 12, and then about 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I'll be trying to stream at those times on Wednesday. Anyway, we'll try out some more of these dungeons. We'll do some more exploring, and then we'll make our way back and advance that main quest some more. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again the next time. Bye-bye.
Something you need to discuss?